All right, we talk about August Alsina's shocking revelation that him and Jada Pinkett slept together. Many people had made the assumption that him and Jada were somewhat having a thing together, a fling, and Will Smith thought about it. But August Alsina coming out and saying that Will Smith gave him his blessing to sleep with his wife Jada. Now, a lot of rumors and reports about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett about their marriage. Some say they have an open relationship, open marriage, as you recall, like other celebrity couples like Sydney and Monique, and we're going way back, Ozzy Davis and Ruby D, which that is kind of weird, but it is what it is. But Will Smith is shutting down August Alsina claims that he approved of the singer having a 4-year love affair with his wife Jada. Well, a rep for Will told The Sun that Alcina's accusation that he had a romantic relationship was wrong, and Jada already denied it vehemently with saying his story was fiction. Well, Jada Pinkett is supposed to be doing a Red Table Talk special addressing this rumor somewhat next week.
Like we could be over.
Yeah, no, we were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
About it. Well, let's fast track. Let's rewind back to how this all came about. Well, August recently sat down for an interview with Angela Lee of the Breakfast Club, and during the chat, Angela asked August about the rumors he had a relationship with Jada. Many believe the two were romantically involved after being spotted together, and him referring her in a 2009 track. Well, let's see how this all transpired with this.
Well, and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing.
August Alsina is getting candid about his past rumored relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith.
People who don't necessarily know the truth, but I've never done anything wrong. I love those people, literally, like my family.
While chatting with Angela Yee about his new album, The Product 2 State of Emergency, not only did the 27-year-old singer claim he used to be in a relationship with Jada, but he also alleged that Jada's husband of 22 years, Will Smith, gave him his blessing.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing.
E.T. has reached out to Jada's rep for comment, but her team did tell Page 6 that August's claims are absolutely not true. Romance rumors between August and Jada have circulated for a while now, and in 2019, fans speculated that the musician's song Nunya was written about the 48-year-old actress. Just an actress putting on a show. 'Cause you don't want the world to know. But August denied those claims.
People can have whatever ideas that they like, but what I'm not okay with is my character, being in question. I'm not a troublemaker. I don't like drama. And I also don't think that it's ever important for people to know what I do, who I sleep with, who I date, right? But in this instance, it's very different because, as I said, there's so many people that are side-eyeing me, looking at me questionable about it.
August went on to explain that he's lost money, friendships, and relationships over the rumors because he says people don't know the truth.
I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody.
Right. And he didn't stop there. August said he had never been in love in that kind of a way, and added that he stayed silent for so long because he didn't want to cause confusion.
Being intertwined in that way, walking away from it, butchered me. Like I'm shaking right now because it almost killed me. Not almost. It did. It pushed me into being another person, my newer self. It broke me down.
Meanwhile, Will and Jada have been vocal about the ups and downs in their marriage. During an episode of Red Table Talk in 2019, Jada said that she and her husband haven't faced any cheating issues in their relationship, but she did recall how she's been cheated on in the past and has been the one to step out on her partner.
I had a really interesting experience when I was younger. I had 2 relationships before Will that were kind of serious to me, where I got cheated on.
In January of last year, the couple revealed that they don't celebrate their wedding anniversary.
It's more of a life partnership.
Yeah.
So it's not steeped in that day.
Yeah. So there's no
we don't really celebrate that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anymore in that sense, because the context of our union is totally different.
Yeah.
And in 2018, Will opened up about his marriage during an interview with Tidal's Rap Radar podcast.
We refer to ourselves as life partners, right? Where you get into that space when you realize you are literally with somebody for the rest of your life. There's no deal breakers. There's nothing she could do, ever. Nothing that would break our relationship. She has my support till death.
August claimed that he did have a relationship with Jada and felt he finally needed to tell his truth. Well, August told a lot of dirty laundry, but many people already knew and speculated that Will and Jada had an open marriage and stuff. Well, the singer said he had a conversation with Will prior to starting the relationship. He said that this.
Actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life. And I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her. I devoted myself to it. I gave my full self to it. So much so to the point that I can die right now and be okay with knowing that I truly gave myself to somebody.
Right. You did the right thing.
And I really loved a person. I experienced that. I know what that feels like. And some people never get that in this lifetime. So I know that I'm completely blessed. And this conversation is difficult because it's so much that it would be hard for people to understand. But once it starts to affect me in my livelihood, I have to speak up about my truth and stand on my 10 with anything that may come along with it.
Is it disappointing that she never addressed it to you? Because, like you said, you lost out on opportunities.
Yeah.
And if there's
I really can't even, I never even can get into the thought of that because I'm only responsible for myself, right? I'm only responsible for, what I do. When I'm repressing and suppressing things and it starts to affect me, I have to address it. I just always stay silent because I never want to be the person to cause confusion because I love these people. I really genuinely do. And I have literally never been in love in that kind of a way. So much so that being intertwined in that way, walking away from it, butchered me. Like I'm shaking right now because it almost truth. I actually said.
All right. And saw that August had seen and saying Will Smith gave him his blessing in his pursuit of his wife, which that is kind of weird and obvious. If when you got to look at it like this, when you are in a relationship or you courting or you dating and you have that attention to marry, and now you see Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are married, but for over almost 25 years, and they're sleeping with other partners while sleeping with themselves and keeping it in their own bedroom. And a lot of people saying that Jada Pinkett kind of somewhat wish out or look out because she had a flame for Tupac, and when Tupac died, some said she lost that fizzle. And when August came into the picture, she kind of reunited that fizzle. So it's a lot of open wounds for Jada, but Jada did quickly deny the allegations. Um, One person on Twitter thought that the alleged love affair story was right with 2020. I guess with all this pandemic and the crash and the coronavirus and a whole bunch of stuff that's going on in this year. But let's see what you people had to say out there about this Will, Jada, and August love triangle story that blew up amongst the press. Let's see what you people had to say. Let's take a look.
Ooh, Jesus, I got my face on business. So listen, Jada Pinkett Smith has brought herself to the red table, honey. She admitted that her and August Alsina did, in fact, have a relationship, honey. We're going to talk about it, baby. It's on Red Table Talks right now. I just got finished watching it. As for my face, someone had to go, honey. Listen. So listen, she basically said, and Will was interviewing her. She said, first of all, yes, they had a relationship. It started about 4.5 years ago when she met him, all right? Have y'all click like, click share, tag your opinionated friends in this, all right? I want everybody, okay? So listen. So they met 4.5 years ago. When she met him, her words was he was very sick. So basically, he was battling with addictions, all kinds of stuff, whatever he was dealing with or whatever. And so, Og, as Will calls them, right? They all, they were trying to help this young man, right? Well, sometime within the period, Will and Jada got separated. They were separated, okay? They were heading towards divorce. They did not, it wasn't a good situation. So anyway, during that period of time, Jada, in her own words, said, I just wanted to feel good. I just wanted to feel good. And sometimes when you want to feel good, the person who's most accessible to you, it is what it is, right? So she just wanted to feel good. And then a relationship developed between her and August. Okay, now let's go into this even deeper, right? According to Jada, Within this relationship, she said it was a beautiful situation. She also said, which goes back to my video yesterday, she said, if you haven't watched, go watch it, where I read August for Filth. She also said that she herself did not understand why August would come out with it now. She kept on saying, and Will said the same thing, the timing of him coming out with this now, the timing of him coming out with this seems strange, it seems weird. Let's just be real, that's code for come on now. The timing of this doesn't make any sense. So she did admit to a relationship. I want to tell you this right now, okay? I have never said that there wasn't a relationship. What I said was that I was not going to be jumping on the bandwagon of believing that there was a relationship until I heard her say it, and she just confirmed it. So here's the deal. She's confirmed it. But I stand with Jada on this one. I still think that it is foul as fuck for you to date somebody, right? You be with them, and then you come out in public talking about the relationship. Apparently, the relationship ended a long time ago. Like, it ended a long time ago, and you're coming out in public at the time of your album being launched to talk about that relationship. Who wants their business on blast in that particular way? Let's be real. She was hurting. He was hurting. What it sounds to me like is that they formed what we call a trauma bond, hurting people getting together, because August was going through what he was going through. Jada was going through what she was going through. They got together. And for those y'all out there who are saying, oh, she should be ashamed of herself, he was hurting. Well, guess what? She was hurting too. Because the same argument you had that she should have known better, well, he also knew. Let's be real. August is from the streets, and he's not a dumb boy. He's not a dumb boy, okay? A dumb man. Let's be very clear. A dumb man. He's not that. He knew what he was getting into. He saw a hurting Mrs. Jones. You know, it's on me and Mrs. Jones. He saw a hurting Mrs. Jones, right? And he got with her too. I'm just saying, this is my opinion, right? So let's not jump on Jada within this. But here's another thing. Get this, because this is the tea that she mentioned this. She said that August was the one who stopped calling her. So y'all got this narrative that she broke it off with him. According to her, August stopped calling her, and she and Will started to kind of mend their stuff. And I get it. You know, I'm not gonna mess with nobody who's married, but if I was, and you start to get back with your boo-boo, I'm gonna back away too. So my point is, this is very layered. It is very complicated. It is very much so real life. I want your opinion. Please comment below. Let me know what you think about this, honey. I stand by what I said earlier, honey. I think it was messy as hell that Mr. August, no shade to August. I was thinking about Jada. I said Miss, so no shade to him, honey. That's not OT. That's just a tongue slip. But I do think it is shady as hell that he would go ahead and run his mouth like that without talking to her, because she said that was out of left field. She didn't. That was not something that she said. It's questionable. It's questionable. So anyway, y'all, comment below, honey. More tea to come.
Everybody, this is
Josh TV.
Come on in. Talking about Jada, Pinkett Smith, Will Smith, and August Alsina. Well, Jada and Will sat down at the Red Table Talk today, and they discussed the affair that was confirmed by Jada Smith today. Jada says that her and Will Smith, they were in a state of separation, and she hooked up with August Alsina. He was a man in need. She was a woman in need. If you ask me, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are great actors. That whole interview, they were capping their asses off. If you ask me, the real victim of this whole situation is August Alsina. And I'm going to tell you, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, they've been around the block a few years. They're much older than August Alsina. They've been married for a hell of a long time. And when you're married or in a long-term relationship, you have to spice things up every now and again. If you ask me, with Will Smith's blessing that August Alsina said himself, Will Smith knew exactly what August Alsina was going to do to his wife, and that was going to give her that young bull dick. Yes, it was. August Alsina got that vintage coochie with Will Smith's blessing. I think Will Smith is into a fetish called cockholding. Cockholding is when you get another man to plow your wife. I think Will Smith is very much into that. If you ask me, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, Will Smith was probably watching while beating his meat to August Alsina fucking the shit out of his wife's vintage coochie, if you ask me. And I'm not going to sit here and act like Jada is out of the blue in this. No. Jada is also experienced. I guarantee there's star-studded females that Will Smith has banged in front of Jada. They probably get down on some freaky Hollywood sex. That's what they do in Hollywood. They get busy. There's no time to fuck around in Hollywood. August Alsina, stop acting like a hoe. You got used. It is what it is. You got some vintage vagina that only a handful of people can say they had, at least to our knowledge. Let's keep this moving. You don't need to dwell on it, August Alsina. You don't need to do this to sell records. That's a great family. They take care of their kids. They're kind of weird, but all Hollywood couples are weird. If you ask me, it is what it fucking is. They're great actors. They lied that whole fucking interview. They've been lying since August Alsina told us about this. If you're into cockholding, you're into cockholding. If you're into someone fucking the shit out of your wife and jerking your dick off, that's what it is. Just next time, call Taj TV. You won't hear a peep from me. I swear you won't hear a peep from me. Alright, guys. Catch you guys later. It's Taj TV. Take it easy. Peace out.
Not gonna lie, Will, that entanglement dick was bomb as fuck.
Jada, I feel like you get disrespectful. Why you keep using this entanglement word when everybody know that means I'm fucking somebody else? Like, cause you about to have every bitch in the world calling they cheating ass shit entanglements.
Yes.
You know you are. I mean, that's just crazy to me, man. I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna
Well,
stick
you know, Will, it didn't start off romantic with me in August. He was sick. You remember when he was sick, but then he told me something about his dick was hurting and he needed a massage on his penis. You're looking at me like, Jada, this is too much information, but I have to tell you that because we don't keep secrets in this relationship. There was one night when we were fucking and he was like, I'm gonna sing the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air song. That's when I was like, we're gonna have to end this fucking entanglement. Are you okay?
And going crazy about Jada Pinkett Smith saying she had an affair or an entanglement, whatever I don't even know what it was she called it. An arrangement, an assignment, an assassin, I don't know, with Aguilera or whatever the dude's name, Alexis Aguero, Julio Cesar Chavez, I don't know the dude's name, okay? Being honest, can't remember. Anyhow, my point being is that it happens. There's a lot of people that cheat on spouses and never say nothing because they never get caught. But when they get caught, then there's a divorce. She take the car, the house, the stock, everything. Or when he get caught or she get caught, then he try to get her divorced and take kids. But the fool never had a prenup, so she takes everything anyway. Because I live in California, and California is a 50-50 state, I think. So here's the thing. Jada admitted Will gave the Jordan face. He looked at her when she told him. And I saw the interview she on the red table. I give you props for that. She said something like, "What had an entanglement or whatever?" He's like, "No, wait, entanglement." She said, "Okay, yeah, no, you had an affair." Like, yeah, okay, I had an affair. And he said, when we decided to break up, but I don't think they was broke up. Because there's been rumors in Hollywood for years that they are swingers. Okay, so I don't care. That's their business. I really don't care. That's not paying my bills. But it is interesting news. So the thing is that there's a lot of you out there are in these situations where your spouse or somebody is cheating on you and you just don't know. What you don't know will hurt you, and that's how they feel until they get busted. And once they get busted, all hell breaks loose. Unless you got a relationship where y'all down with the get down. Look, I done cheated so much in so many different countries and so many different states. My name should be Atlas. I should have a list and a picture of all the states and countries I've been to and been cheating or with different girls. I was a sailor. I did a world tour, a couple Westpac, Rempacks. I'm sorry, I was a sailor. And I ain't this guy. I ain't Popeye the Sailor Man. I ain't got them things he got. Popeye got the thing. But here's my point. if you're in a relationship and you know you're in a relationship with a cheater, cheaters never change. Cheaters gon' cheat. That's on everything I love. Cheaters gon' cheat. But if you're in an arrangement, then you can't get mad if you allow your partner to be with somebody else. Man on man, woman on woman, man on woman. I don't care what your thing is. When it happens, you can't get mad because people fall in love with each other, not just for the physical. It could be the mental. Your partner could be lacking something that you're not giving them. Y'all better listen to what I'm telling you. I've been through it all. I've been around for a little bit, and I've been through it all. I've seen it all, and I've done it all. So, either you're going to accept it or you don't. And if you don't accept it, then you need to get out. But if you're going to accept it, then you need to get in. Some of y'all get this. Some. I'm down with a 6. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Okay, guys, I had to touch on this. I hate to
we could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
I'm your host, D. Scott, and on today's episode, we have none other than Mr. Entanglement himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. August Alsina. Yeah, shout out to the audience, you hear? So, boy, Jada Pinkett Smith, talk to me. First, I'd like to start off by saying this. I genuinely have love for her. It's no hate. I gave her my entire being. Big facts. It's just when she put it on me, I went fucking crazy, you heard? It's to the point where I can literally die today and be okay with it, knowing that I experienced something that no one would ever have. Man, things heating up in here, man, but you know how we here. How does it feel that Jada Pinkett Smith finally admitted to the entanglement, man? Well, I say this. It's like my body is literally shaking right now. Just thinking about it. Bro, you dramatic as fuck, bro. I can finally breathe in this motherfucker, man. Bro, you gonna be that dramatic? Before I met Jada, I had never went down on a girl before. I remember that when you did that interview with Angela Yee on Lip Service back in the day. Yup, I remember that. So, not only was she the first woman I went down on,
the 72-hour suicide watch surveillance. That was rough. That red table, man. Come on, Jada. Come on, Jada. Entanglement? Come on now. Cords get tangled. Water hoses get tangled.
God, man.
Hair get tangled. Dick and vagina don't get tangled at all. You can see Will's eyes, man. Will, he probably smashed a couple times, obviously. She alluded to that. But, like Jay-Z said, I was just fucking them girls. I was gonna get right back. There was no feelings involved. You was like in a whole relationship with this nigga. Like, feelings and all. Because obviously this nigga was in August was in his feelings. And you could see Will's eyes. He was like, asking all types of questions. Even though she was talking in his eyes, that motherfucker was looking like, did you do that thing you used to do for me? Did you moan for that nigga like you moan for me? Like, all the type of shit niggas want to know but don't ask because they don't get their fucking ego hurt. That shit was crazy. In August, yo snitching ass. Now I know why you came up, man. You got an album out, nigga? You out here with your side nigga chronicles like a K. Michelle or Taylor Swift, bleeding your heart out on these damn tracks, nigga. And it's like 25 fucking souls who make 25 song albums now, nigga. You got a lot to get off your chest. Huh? He was really hurt. And the funny thing was, they would say this nigga was sick when he came. What the fuck was going on with you? That Jada decided to heal you with her pussy. What kind of shit you was going through? That all niggas know. So we can use that.
What?
As a way, like, yo, whatever. I'm sick. And the only way to heal this shit is with vagina. Jada gave you the blueprint.
This is his ass. His ass. Oh, that's it. That's it.
It's gonna be entangled and moved all summer, man. People been using that shit for a minute. Like, for real, Jada. She done changed the game with that shit. Not for real. We need to go check on Will. If I think do something stupid like make Wild Wild West 2. Alright, enjoy your Saturday.
All right. As you see right there, a lot of people are kind of agreeing on the institution of marriage that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett are really not normal people as many people want them to believe they are. Well, Will Smith and Jada, they ain't normal. They are unconventional Hollywood love couple. They've been members of Scientology and other stuff. So you can't be surprised, but you can't expect that. But at this instant, but they're kind of like trying to make marriage not be what it used to be. A person between one man, one woman, not one man, one woman, not like a tribe relationship or any other relationship that you can call out there that's more normal, more modernized right now. Well, we'll see. We'll see what Jada Pinkett's quickly response was to this right here, right now.
Like, we could be over.
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. And one thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably.
Yeah.
And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were gonna take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the streets.
All right, Jada Pinkett appeared on Red Table Talk to give her side of the story that's kind of a little bit, tense, and a little bit trying to clear it up and trying to erase it. Well, as we say, it's August, Jada, and Will, they all insane in the membrane. All right. Thank you all for watching this edition of Viral. I've been your host, Kendrick Diggs, as we talk about Will, Jada, and August love triangle story that's totally uncomplicit. See you next time here on Viral.